Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Shawn, guten Tag. Guten Tag, hello, hello. A riff, hello. On YouTube and Twitch. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I had a little technical faux pas right before I went live, so I'm a couple minutes late. So I apologize for that, but hopefully everything goes well. A riff, we're going to be looking at a lot of your work today, as well as some other people, Vikram and Lady Jane. Let's see here. Umacorn, I know Umacorn's not here, but is the new top clipper with 5 clips. So I've been posting a couple of those to YouTube. I find it quite amusing, actually. So let's go ahead and jump into some introductions. By the way, I hope you all had a great weekend. If I didn't get a chance to say hello to you, if I didn't see you yesterday, let me know if you did anything great. The weather here today is freaking crazy. You're stuck in the screen. In what screen? Everything on my end says excellent. So okay. All right. Oh, as I was saying, the weather here is absolutely crazy. Bug. Do you know my favorite thing you can do with brushes? Paint light bulbs? Hi, Bug. I hope you're doing well. Wow.
Bug just redeemed Doodle Game.
There you go. That's going to be today's stream. We're just going to play the Doodle Game all day. The weather here has been crazy, and I wonder, Bug, is it a little crazy where you're at? It has been like snowing off and on all day today. It's not sticking, it's above freezing, but the flakes are huge. It's quite beautiful, but it's just crazy right now. So, a surprise news received last night, but we'll share until it's confirmed to share. All right, sounds good, a riff. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. Wherever you're watching this, hopefully you will see a Linktree link within the description, and it'll take you to every place I am on the interwebs. And if you'd like to share your work with me, and I'll show it off on my live stream, you can join my Discord right there. If you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, feel free to subscribe, like, follow, all those things. And as I said down here, here's a couple of the clips that you, the community, have made. So I appreciate that. That's a lot of fun to have on the YouTubes. If you do have a Behance page, you can subscribe to me from there if you want. Or you can buy me a cup of Joe and get a cool wallpaper. All right. We have a lot of the community artwork to check out. So I say we dive into it. Chrome and Craft Ninja Pizza. I don't know if the Design Ninja is going to be here today. Maybe, maybe not. Who is Joe, and why do you want to drink him? Are you a vampire? Maybe. Maybe. It's possible. Shawn. Okay, so we've got a couple projects from Vikram. Hi everyone, I've shared my Behance project, link below. Please take a look when you get time. Feedback is welcome. Thank you. Post this into chat if you would like to follow along. Faces of the Monda Park Market. By the way, good to see you, Chrome. All right, go full screen here. So close. So close. Oof.
Designed by Arif, just redeemed. Big boom.
Thank you for that, Arif. Boom. Okay. You just slightly missed focus on the eyes. But wonderful portrait, or wonderful... There we go. Ooh, I really enjoy this one. Shawn? What do you mean by that? Shawn says I'm doing something very illegal right now. You're working in Canva, and then he's got the puke emoji. I'm... Okay. I absolutely love this image. It makes me happy. I need to leave. Bug, have a great day. Thanks for chasing off my viewers, Shawn. Yeah, got nothing to say about that. Wonderful image. These must be huge because they are loading really slow. Shawn says I'm like 5 of your viewers. Oh, okay. The only thing I can say about this, and maybe this was intentional, Shawn says, I love these images, very good composition and colors. Yeah, the colors are amazing within the market. I feel like we're losing a little bit of her face with the dog. I like the idea of having the dog, but taking one step over to have a little bit of separation could be very interesting. Yeah. Very capture. Love the intent. This is a wonderful, wonderful environmental portrait. We have a couple issues with, and everything about this image is great. I love the colors. I love just the natural part of it, but you're cutting off an elbow. You don't want to cut off an elbow. General, hello there. Good to see you, General. Hope you're having a great day. Everything else about this image, I really enjoy. People are very happy at this market. I want to go there. This is one of those times in which you've got two different light sources happening. You can see you have the clear sunlight in the background. You've got good colors in the background, and then I'm assuming this is photographed, or there's a tent, some type of covering that the sunlight is coming through and giving this gentleman a tint. So there's a couple different ways that you could fix that. You could do some color balancing in Photoshop and masking. You could also do the color balancing now masking in Lightroom. But I would try to balance that out a little bit more or take it further. I love how easy it's become to fix that in Lightroom now. Yes, me too. I spend much more time in Lightroom. And let me rephrase it. I spend less time in Photoshop. This is an interesting. Woo. Thank you, Arif. You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the force? Sure. Sure. This is interesting because I know that this subject is not the subject. Our subject is over here, and the focus is giving that. But you're still being taken out of the image with her looking and moving in that direction. Just a thought. Balance, the color balance. That's witty. That's witty. I'm getting over a cold, and it is just lingering on me, and I keep feeling like I'm gonna sneeze. So I'm sorry if I sound a little stuffed up at all, or... Okay. Again, wonderful image. I love the smile. Just makes me happy. Ooh. Very nice black and white. Very nice. Vikram is getting really good with these environmental portraits. This is a wonderful one. Great framing. Yeah, great framing. Nice job. This is nice. This is nice. This has, you've got the subject a little off-centered. Yeah, really good. Yep, Arif is saying he is doing a very good job. Yes. I like this. I like the colors. I think we're back at the beginning. Okay. Sorry for the scroll. Let's give that an appreciation. And well done. All right. So we've got another one, just finished a new photo series from the local markets called Stories Sold by the Day. That's a great title. His photos are very impressive. He must be very proud. I think so. I think so. You know, Vikram has been part of this community for a while and definitely has seen a very big improvement. Just solid. I love the color, like the purples that we've got going on in the foreground. So nice. Wow. I hate the Lay's bag. I hate the Lay's bag. Because there are words, your eyes are drawn down here to the letters. It depends upon what you are trying to achieve here. If you are trying to create an environmental portrait for no other reason, I would remove the Lay's bag. If you are trying to document the market and, you know, be truthful, you can leave it. So this is one of those times, it totally depends upon what it is that you're trying to achieve. But that is a little bit of a distraction. I like them both. Ooh, this, I would love to see this one in black and white, even though the colors are amazing, the reds and the blues, that with his face. This color is great. I would be interested to see a black and white. Very nice. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Wonderful capture. This one also. Nice framing. Now she's got to look like, why are you following me? What are you doing? Why are you following me? Get away from me. You with the camera. Please leave. We already get through? Yeah, we already got through. Okay. Wow. Great work. All right, always sending love. Okay, let's jump over into... I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back. General, yes. You are correct. Okay, this is another Domestica challenge where participants are asked to turn their name into a typeface or lettering piece. So I decided to go with my name, Arif.
Mit Autohero geht Autokaufen endlich
Oh, not you again. Okay. A sketch using the brush tool. Initial phase from the brush tool sketch. To achieve the desired style. Can't really see what any of that is. Wireframe and the final out. All right, let's. Here we go. Sans a riff. And yes, Stian, this is cool. All right, what do we have going on? Oh, you went with a gloss effect. Okay. All right, I see what you did. I see what you did here. Where is your... Okay, a riff. I know you're trying, you're showing your process, which is wonderful. I love seeing the process. I love the way that you did this. But one thing that I want is a final output. So it's just the clean, nothing else. All I want to see is the final output. Got some strange stuff happening. Like, what is going on with the eye? Like, it looks like you have a very minute stroke, but then there's nothing on the eye. Like, there's no stroke. Don't tell him what to do. You're right, General. I just wanted to see the final output. Like, that's all I wanted. That's it. I'm not being greedy. Yeah, something happened to the eye. Either you went with a stroke inside, then when you applied the effect, yeah, something happened with the eye. Feedback is okay. No, the only feedback I have is with the eye. Everything else is, I just want to see the final piece. Okay. After making the pencil sketch to replicate using brush inside Adobe Express, then I started in Illustrator by breaking down a classic serif font and getting it into the bones of the vector. The fun part was the R, and I grabbed an anchor point and gave the leg a little kick to add some movement and attitude. To finish it off, I use a Pathfinder tool to slice. Okay, slice the path right through the middle. It creates this cool tension between the top and bottom, kind of like a digital glitch, meeting a luxury book cover. It's a mix of my love for storytelling and the way I want to share. No fancy tricks, just some honest vector sculpt. Now you got me. Looking at the R. I like it. I like it. Thank you note to the community. This is also by a riff. I'm happy to see that a lot of people DM me asking about my well-being. This is all for you. This is for all of you. I can read. That is nice. That is nice. Thank you, Arif. Okay, we've got a couple more images from Bikram. Kids playing, always good. Dirty kids. Now I'm assuming this is still at like where they are making the bricks. That is a very cool old bike. Love the rain. Love the coloring. Dude is not happy. I dig it. I dig it. This is interesting. Like, what's going on? Is a guy selling umbrellas? Or is this how people leave their umbrellas when they go into the ATM? It's making me ask questions, which is a good thing. I like it. Could be a moon, could be the sun. I'm assuming moon. The snow moon tonight. Okay, so I'm assuming this is for the Illustrator challenge. Right off the bat, a riff, you're going off the screen. So either go off the screen or don't. You don't want to create a tangent. You don't want it that close if you're trying to keep it within the screen. But for something like this, you could actually extend that arrow so it's actually coming out of the screen. That could be an interesting effect. But definitely pay attention to that with your mock-ups. One thing to think about is you really don't have pure black on tablets. Like this down here, to me, it feels too black. So think about, you know, just lightening up the black a little bit, going for a very dark, dark gray. Like this one looks good. That looks good. Like the colors. Yeah, see, okay, here you did it, you got it, you've given the arrow room to breathe. So that's good. And see, it's not pure black. Like, you've got the pure black on the plastic or metal or whatever it is on the TV. And then you've got the dark gray. This looks more natural. This looks much more natural. Very nice. It's from Adobe Illustration Mockup. Cool. Inside Adobe Illustrator. Like even here you can see that you've got a dark blue background. I mean, within Illustrator, you could always combine the two. You could give a background so it's not pure black. And also your logo, and use both of those in the mock-up tool. All right, we got a couple more from a riff. That's a lot of trash and a lot of birds. Oh, there's a dog. I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this. Wow. That's an interesting photo. This is an interesting gentleman. Like it? Good capture. Good job, Vikram. And then we have Lady Jane. In my stream today, I fiddled and messed with a lot of patterns, saving them individually. In my head, it's to make something like this easier to do with a quick drag and drop. My not a painting of the Maddie playing air session tonight. After 2 hours, 10 minutes, it's not finished, but this is why I love texture patterns. Ooh. I love these patterns, the textures, the path, the house in the background. Wow. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Oh, that's so nice. Good job, Jane. Ooh, I got to give these some love. Let's see. And here and there. Okay. I think that's all that we've got to check out today, which was a lot. All right, Arif, Vikram, Lady Jane, thank you so much for sharing. Arif, keep up the good work. Yeah, that's all I can say. Keep up the good work. Nice job. Nice job. Let's see. So today we're going to be diving into Photoshop, and let me grab my tablet. We are going to be getting into brushes. So this is something that we have talked about. Let's go over here. We've talked about on other streams, I've talked about doing another brush stream. It's been a while since I've done a brush stream. So go ahead, let's get a new file going. Let's ignore that. And let's do 1920 by 1080, 300 resolution. Yep, that's good. Let's go ahead and add solid color adjustment layer. Let's do an off-white. Okay, I did not want artboards, so don't save that. Let's try this again. Let's open this up. 1920 by 1080. Turn off artboards. And let's do custom color. It's gonna be good. And create that. All right. So we're gonna be hitting B for the brush tool. We're gonna be diving into brushes. Of course, the king of brushes, Kyle T. Webster, unfortunately no longer with Adobe, but absolutely the king when it comes to brushes. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do. One second. I forgot to open this. Really don't want to. One second, give me a second, please. Why? Wow, that's interesting. Okay, fine. You don't want. Let me try this differently. There we go. Okay, now we're back in business. Let me go ahead and put this into chat. It's the same color of the year. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so there are a ton of brushes for Photoshop that you can check out. You've got the Art Maker's Charcoal Concept, to all these Kyle T brushes. They are amazing. You have the brush packs that you can download, and there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Once you download the file, you can actually drag and drop the file onto the Photoshop icon down here in the bar. Within Photoshop, going into the brushes, coming over to the cogwheel, this is where you can import and or export your brushes. So if I jump over, get back over to Behance real quick. 2022, I made a brush pack for subscribers. And as you can see, and I'll show these off, they should still be loaded someplace. But these are the stamps. So if you subscribe to me on Behance, you can download those for free. But you have a ton of brushes. Let's jump back over into Photoshop and let's come on over here. So we have our general brushes. I've got dry media and then my brushes. So a lot of these, what I have done is actually have taken either photos of my own photos and created these stamps. So we're gonna get into how to create, how to create this. But let's go ahead and look at some of it. That is the beetle. And then I've got the snow. And you can use the square brackets to make your brush larger, smaller. And then as you can see, I've got scattering going on. That does not look like snow. I'm aware of it, but it could. If we end up hitting X for our white, now we've got snow. Now, there's some changes that need to happen to this. When I made this snow brush, let me actually, Command Z, let's actually start working on new layers. There we go. Whoa, sorry, I just hit the mic. Like, there needs to be more randomness. So, the randomness and size. All of these, they're scattering properly. It's just they're all the same size, so it's wrong. Go ahead, we'll delete those. So I've got a snow brush, I got the beetles, I've got a couple different beetles. Whoa. Why I made beetles, I actually don't know. I don't even remember why. I think I was just having fun. I did a hiss stamp. Is that John, Paul, Ringo, or George? Beetlejuice. I think I made this one for a daily creative challenge a long time ago. Another hiss. Oh, small birds. These are actually quite useful. So we can add the birds in, and these are from photos. Grab another brush, make it smaller, And of course you can use, well, I don't want to say of course like you're supposed to, everybody knows this, but you can use the left and right arrow to actually rotate your brush. So if you have a stamp, it'll rotate it, and if you hold shift, it will rotate in specific increments. And you can see up here at the top, you've got the rotation. So you can use the staple accident finger and rotate that. And we've got fir trees. That's huge. I'm on a, must be on a small document. Come on. There we go. And you can put some trees in. One second, please. Okay, sorry about that. Let's keep going. We've got either clouds or smoke, depending upon what you want to use it for. We can hit X, make it a little smaller, and you can kind of click around. I've taken and made fireworks. And of course you can colorize your brushes. I've got hot air balloons. These brushes are massive. They're like 2,000 pixels. So these are from photos, actual photos. And more birds. And a lot of the times when you're compositing and you want something off in the distance, you know, you just want to add some birds in. You can end up using some atmospheric color picking and bringing these birds in, and actually helps a lot to end up having these types of stamps. Are these for painting? No. No, they're not. But we will be getting into all of those. I have a flock of birds. So we have a ton of birds now in the background. And let's see, we've got more snow. I've created a dotted line. Oh, the final snow. Final snow. Let's actually turn that layer off for right now. And make this a little smaller. And this should, yep, follow directionally. So if we make this smaller, and let's say you're doing a map of something, and you're wanting to show that's the way. You've got that. And then the final snow, this one, okay. There we go. Now we've got it colored. So if we hit X, and so we've got some color tinting that's happening here, and we also have the scattering. But I think the size still needs to be scattered a little bit more. Vikram is saying, yeah, Shawn, I have doubt regarding Behance. Doubt, okay. I don't know what that means. What doubt is. Alrighty. So these are some of the brushes that I've made. Let me actually get in here a step further. One of the things that I was having problems with is with hair. So when you're masking and you're trying to either bring in hair, one of the really nice things that I was able to do is select people's hair and bring in and creating a mask. So we've got all of these different hair brushes that I've got going on here to help me either add in more hair, make hair thicker, or to help with masking. And we've got some spiky hair. So I have a lot of hair brushes. Yes, I do. And then you can also see over here that I brought in some of Kyle's brushes, Kyle's concept brushes. I've got that in there for hair. Okay, so we are going to talk about brushes. Now, first off, let's get over here and let's turn this layer off, a new layer. Let's hit X. And as I was saying, for this brush to begin with, well, let's actually start differently. Let's make a brush. How about that? Ooh. Why are you not updating? Okay, hold on. My old Behance account got deleted by accident, so all my projects are gone. But when I open Adobe Portfolio, my old works are still there. Can these be transferred to my current Behance account? I have no idea. You're gonna have to contact Behance for that. I've never accidentally deleted my account, so I don't know. All right, let's go in File. We're gonna do a new. Let's just do a 1000 by 1000. Okay. Now, this is going to sound counterintuitive, and it is. First off, when you're making a brush, you need to make sure that you are dealing with black on white. Very important. So, first off, I realized that this is not white. Let's try this again. Let's do a file. New. We're going to change that to white. 1000 by 1000 and hit yes. Now that's white. Okay. There's many different ways to end up getting some type of texture, some type of whatever it is that you could want as a brush. One thing that you could do is you could come in here, use a rectangular marquee tool, making sure that we have black as our foreground. We can go ahead and do an option delete and fill that. Let's go Command D to deselect. And then if we jump back, we hit B for our brush again. And I said B for our brush. Let's go in and grab let's go E for an eraser. Let's grab something here. It's an eraser. We can even search I like that. Okay, so I've got the eraser. Let's make our a little bit bigger, and let's take our flow down to maybe, or our opacity down to 60. Actually, let's take it up. We're just going to scribble through here. And what we're doing is we're creating kind of our own texture. If I wanted to, we could actually jump over to a brush now. And let's grab Kyle's Pastel Palooza. I'm gonna make that big. We're gonna hit X, paint with white now. I'm gonna come through. This is one of my favorite things to do in fresco. Make brushes. For those of you that do not know, fresco does allow Photoshop brushes. Okay. We're just kind of breaking things up a little bit. And to be perfectly honest, I've never done this before. I mean, I've made brushes. Have I ever made a brush like this? No. I have no idea what we're going to end up with here. I'm just kind of building some stuff up here. Okay. All right. Get rid of that edge. This is kind of a cool brush. Okay. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Command A, Command D, deselect. We're going to hold down our Command key. We're going to click on that layer. Are you freaking serious? Command D, let's deselect. Okay. I completely screwed that up. Let's go ahead. We're going to make a selection of our brush tip. I was so excited to jump into doing this. We're going to do a Command C. Did you mean to Command No. Oh, we could do that. Command J, yeah. Yeah, instead of copy and paste. Yep. Okay, let's get back down here. We're going to do an Option Delete. So you can see now we've got everything on. Thank you for that, dupe bug. No, it's not anger. It's just I was too excited and I really screwed that up. Okay. So from here, we can hold down the Command key. We can select our brush tip, our stamp, and then we can go into Edit, and you will see Define Brush Preset right there. So we can click on that, and the brush name comes up. So let's call this square texture 1, and we're going to hit OK. And there is our brush. So let's jump back over to here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's hit X. There we go. There's our brush. Now, as I paint, now that doesn't work. So we need to define our brush settings. So if we come into our brush settings here, very important. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it later. Let me switch sides. When you make any adjustments to a brush, before you click away, save it as a new brush preset or you will lose all your changes. Very important. Very important. Before we dive in, you can see that we've got our square texture brush is right there. I have a banana brush, also very nice. And here's some other ones I've made, but let's go ahead. We're going to deal with this one. So first off, size, 3000 pixels. These are your default settings. You can flip it in X and Y. You can give it an angle. You can even change the roundness. And then our spacing, as I make adjustments to our spacing, you can see that it's actually giving us the spacing that we want. So if we're at 100%, now as I pull it, it's dropping a stamp at every 100%. Okay, so the stamp, and then it's moving 100% over. If I take this down to, let's say 61, now you can see where it's overlapping, the stamps are overlapping. So this might be kind of a cool, well, before we get going, okay, we're gonna leave this at like 400 pixels. We've got it set to, looks like a face near the top left corner. I see a skull, like right there. I don't know about a face. Okay, so we've got that set up. We're gonna go into our shape dynamics. Now, do we want a size jitter? We could see what that does. It's only 823%. Let's do it, Command C. We really do it. Doris, hello. That's not bad, but we're gonna do a very minute size jitter. Now your control to the size, you can use a skull face. Yeah. Your stylus wheel, a pen tilt, pen pressure, or fade. If I switch this to pen pressure, and let's go ahead and turn this layer off. Let me grab my pen. Let's turn on pen pressure. Now you can see as I push harder, I push light, it's really small. As I push harder, it gets bigger and bigger. How you doing, Doris? I hope you're having a great day. So I like the pen pressure. We can leave that there. You can set up a minimum diameter, the angle jitter. So if you want these to spin a little bit, we can do like 11%. And again, now you can see them. They're going back and forth, which could be kind of cool. Could be. And again, you've got controls. You can do pen pressure, rotation, you know, your pen tilt, if you have that. You've got your roundness jitter. So if we want to make this slightly different sizes, we can do that. Spinning is a good trick. Yes, it is, General. You can flip your jitter. Wow, why am I having a tough time? X and Y flip and a brush projection. Okay, so we've got that. Let's get into our scattering. Now, scattering is just that. It's going to end up taking it in many different directions. You can turn both axes, or you can just have it go up and down. And again, you can have however you want to control it. You can do counts. So if I want to do a whole bunch of these, and let's scatter them. Let's do a both axes. Now when I paint, they're going everywhere. And this could be kind of cool. Could be. For this pen, maybe not. Maybe not so much. Then you can also do a count jitter and have different percentages. And again, you've got your controls for your fade, pen pressure, all those other things. It's like sand. You like sand, General. Okay, we're gonna do a very small texture. Okay, this is cool. Now, if we jump into here to textures, this is gonna open up all of your patterns. So you can actually come in and say that you want this to be your pattern, your texture. Now, what it's doing is it's actually filling it up all the way. Doris says, I love making my own brushes in Photoshop. So do I. Hey, Alex. So there is a brush, and if we invert, the texture itself is taking everything over because it's a solid texture. Kyle T made a texture brush using his fingerprint. Very interesting. In fact, do I still have it here? I don't think I do. Okay, so let's get back into here. Let's grab that. With the texture selected, it is taking that whole pattern. So that's how come I'm getting everything is full. There's my normal stamp. If I turn this on and the texture that is being added is filling it, so it's fully black now. So you can change the texture, the scale, brightness, contrast. You can switch the modes from height to multiply, subtract, darken, overlay, color burn. So you've got blending modes that you can use. Like for this one, if we switch it to multiply and I hit it, now we're getting a totally different effect here. Totally different effect. Because what it's doing, as you can see, it's taking the dark points of that pattern and mixing them using multiply on our tip. So with that thought, if we grab these flowers now we're getting the flowers coming in. Now, here is something really interesting. The way a pattern works, or a way texture works, is the entire canvas has that texture, okay? And I am revealing the texture. So the texture is there, you can't see it. And that's how come when you look here, see that flower? Now, if I click over here, okay, great, we've got flowers, and I come back and I start painting, it brings back that entire pattern because it's all over my canvas. And so what I'm doing is I'm revealing that pattern. Hopefully that makes sense. Some people, this is kind of hard to wrap your head around, but it's really important to know that this is the way the brushes work in Photoshop. Otherwise, I've heard people on streams, artists who I have a great deal of respect for, not know about that and not understand, well, what's going on? Why is when I'm turning my brush that the pattern isn't going with it? So if you've created a fur pattern, and we can actually, let's get back into here and let me see something vertical. Why am I missing so many patterns? Because they're right there. Okay, here we go. This one, let's use this one. Okay, so you can see that my pattern is going up and down, right? Now, if I rotate my brush, people were saying, well, it should. I don't know why it's not, the pattern's not turning. Why is the texture isn't turning? Like if you've got a tree and you're trying to put some bark on a tree, let's say. And let's go ahead. Let's grab. What do I want? What do I want? Grab the lasso tool. And let's just say that we've got a tree. Okay, we have a tree. Let's hit B for our brush. And I want to put some bark on this tree. So we're painting it in, and we're adding the bark in. And now I want the bark to follow the tree. The tree is going at an angle. So if I'm trying to rotate the pattern, it's not going to rotate. It's going to continue going up and down. So this is something to be aware of. It's really cool to end up creating a type of pattern, something like that, and using texture in it. But you have to be aware that your pattern, your texture, is part of the canvas and you're revealing it. It's not part of your pen or brush. So very important to realize that. So looks like a very old misshapen banana. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. I mean, you've got some really cool stuff that you can add in here. That's not even... Okay, let's get back out. Shawn, you big dummy. Command D, deselect. All right. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? Seeing if I like, if I even like having some of these patterns. That's a cool little cross hatch. That's not a bad pen. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I like that. We're gonna keep that for now. All right. So let's get into a dual tip. Now, I don't use dual tips. In fact, I wouldn't even know really how these work together. If we go ahead and we grab a hard brush and like I'm not seeing, I don't understand the dual tip. I do not. So we're going to turn that off. Dynamic color. Okay, so if we apply per tip and we come over here and we want to go, and I'm going to go red just so we can see. So we have red and black. We have foreground to background jitter. Let's crank that up. We are going to control that with pen pressure. We're going to do a large hue jitter. Dual tips allows you to overlay two brushes simply to overlay a texture. Thank you, Dupebug. So now I am using the background color and the foreground color. I'm using a hue jitter, and I'm using a saturation jitter. I don't think for this we want it. Brightness jitter, yeah. Purity, I think we're good. I think I'm kind of good with that. So you can see as I'm painting, and it's as I got this per tip, if I paint once, you can see it's not a huge bit of difference. I hit my mic. But if I pick up the tip, you can see that I'm getting more hue shifts than I did when I just made one line. Dupebug, I'm still trying to figure out a case use for that. All right, so color dynamics, I think we've got that one taken care of. We've got our transfer. So we have an opacity, and we can crank that back up to 100. Now I've got my flow set at 90. Let's kick that up. Our flow jitter. Now everything is being really, really light because I'm using the transfer, which is how much ink you are transferring onto the canvas. We're going to turn that off. Brush pose. Now, my Wacom tablet does not have the tilt, the pen tilt, stylus tilt. So this doesn't do anything for me, but you can actually make it so some stylus, when you rotate it, when you tilt it, you get different responses. We can turn that off since I don't have it. We can jump into noise if you want to add noise. You can add wet edges. So what that is going to do is give me more of a buildup going through. Then we have buildup. So we can continue just building up on top of that. You can protect the texture. Dual brush allows you to add more natural variations to your brush. This is useful if the texture should not stay the same across the brush strokes, like you showed earlier. Okay, let me read that again. Dual brushes allow you to add more natural variations to your brush. This is useful if the texture should not stay the same across brush stroke, like you showed earlier with the texture. Oh, cool. Let's get back into the color dynamics, because I think I've lost. We are gonna, let's bring the hue shift way down. Okay. I'm digging that. Getting there. We're getting there. This looks like a microscope image. Kind of does. All right. Now I don't like this texture. I don't. Let's get back into the texture. Kind of like that. Okay, that's feeling better. That's feeling better. Okay. So, as I said in the beginning, when you're creating a brush, and if anybody is just jumping in, welcome in. But this is what we started with. Let's deselect. This is what we started with. This is just a brush that I put together. We brought it in. And so we went from that to, we can actually make this bigger again. Too big. To that. And it laid 2 copies down, because I think that's what I've got set up under the scattering. No, I got 1. From abstraction to cubism. Yeah. I mean, so now we're on cheesism. If you are, depending upon what type of painter that it is you want to be, your workflow will determine the type of stamp that you want to create. And it's just like what Stan's talking about, that we have gone into cubism. Now this could, okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna save this brush, because if I click away, if I click into another brush, we are going to lose all of that. So we're going to come up here. We're going to hit new brush preset. And we've got square texture, and we're gonna name this square texture 2, 2, and we're gonna go ahead and set OK. So now, if I come into here, you're gonna see that we've got 2 square textures. Here is the original, and then here's the one that we've worked on. Now, a brush like this, if you do a lot of texturing and painting, that is, you're using a selection to create the pattern, the shapes that you want. This is a great brush to use. Let's do Command Z, grab our lasso tool again, and okay, let's actually grab not an ellipse. So just as Stian was talking about, that we went from cubism to cheesism. So we can go ahead, hit B for our brush. Hit B for our brush. We can make our brush smaller. Let me grab my stylus. And let's actually bring more of a yellow in the foreground. Now I can keep painting over if I'm trying to get some specific colors and textures. So it's bouncing back and forth between the brown and the yellow. So I like that. Let's do a Command D, deselect. Let's hit T for our text. And let's do a select all of that. Let's go ahead. We're going to make this that color right there. Grab the move tool. What is queso? Cheese. Just cheese. Okay, let's get a warp. Let's see. We want to arch? No. Want to arc? Shared an image showing how the dual brush can be helpful. Okay. I'm on it. I'm on it. The case of the dual brush with and without the same brush. All right, let's take a look at this. The dual brush constrains spatter. Oh! Oh! That Okay, I want to make one of these. I want to try this because that is cool as heck. So it is. We'll get back to Stian's Casa. Okay. So let me go ahead. Hold on. Let me get organized here. Okay, let's turn off Stian's Casa for now. So let's go B for brush. Just grab. Get a general brush so we can see what's happening. A hard brush. Okay. We're going to do some quick tests here. And so we're on a hard brush right there. Command Z. Let's go to the brown. So we've got our brush. Very nice. Okay. If we get into this brush, and we can, of course, make any changes we want to it. Going in to not texture, let's go straight into dual brush. And we grab a splatter. Okay, what size is this brush? 175. Oh! Holy cow! Okay. Dupe bug. This is freaking awesome. Oh my goodness. So, to dumb this down so I can understand it, the dual brush, I have chosen the hard brush. Then the dual brush, the secondary brush, is constrained or within the first brush. Oh, that is freaking cool. That is cool. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh. That's freaking cool. That is freaking cool. I like that. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So Dupe is saying a hard mix. Crank up the size. Wow. that's not working. It's working on multiply. Darken. Is the blend mode from, nope, now overlay. Okay. Does it have to do with your foreground background color? Nope. Color dodge? Nope. Color burn? Nope. You are blending the black and the white brush images, so it's a bit weird. Hey, Nate. Linear burn? Okay, linear burn. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. That means hard mix didn't work. Linear height? Nope. All right. Okay, so it's blending the tips. I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. We don't need a Nissan. Okay, so now if we go back, let's get back into my brush. Okay, so we are, get a new layer going. B for brush. So we've got our brush, we've got our texture, we've got our colors, we've got everything set up. Now, if we go in and we turn on our dual brush and we hit a nice soft round, go into multiply, darken for right now, we'll see. We bring our size up. Okay. So when it's, so this is interesting. Something when I've got pen pressure set up, and so the initial brush that I have is not big enough. So something to be aware of. Now I get why you're going to want to go in and change like the medium size. If we go ahead, we take that, bring that down size. There we go. Now it's in. Elena, hello, hello. Wow. Okay. That's cool. That is freaking cool. Now, if I wanted to save this, which I don't, but if I wanted to save this, this is when I would set up another brush preset and name it number 3. But Duke Bug, again, thank you for the education, for explaining it to me. I love learning new stuff. I know there are still things within Photoshop that I need to learn. And that was one of them. Okay. Let's get back into here. Let's go ahead. Let's grab Stian's case and whoa. You have been well trained, my young apprentice. All right, let's go ahead. Let's find a font. We need something. Monstrat. I will give you all a special discount of 2% off if you buy 10 cases. 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 Cam Music, hello. Welcome in. Go Frankfurt. There is a oh dang it, what's it called? There's a there we go. There we go. Denkasen, plural, according to Google. I would say that's correct. All right. From here, let's go ahead and oh, before we do that, let's cancel out of that. Let's get a color. My properties are closed. I've always wanted to own my own German cheese factory. Chrome is feeling sleepy. I am sorry that I am putting you to sleep. Okay, I like that blue. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Okay, let's jump into our effects. Where are you? Effects, there you are. And we need to give this a bevel and emboss. Oh, that's way too much. Way too much. I think we do want to do an outer bevel. Let's do a chisel soft. Whoa. Let's get into our contours. I'm going to pick that one right there. Let's do, I don't mind that. Let's pick a different color for our shadows though. Congratulations, chat. You have given 100 messages. And in a little bit, you'll probably give me some more. Let's try. Let's go in with the darken on that. Okay. Now I'm just playing around. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Do I have another stamp? Do I? What could we put on this? What fun thing? Got Photoshop. Brick wall. I forgot I made a brick wall. Don't cut it, General says. You're witty. You're witty. Don't cut the cheese. BC, hello, hello. Happy belated birthday, BC. Good to see you. Do we have? Well, thanks for sharing it with chat, actually. Okay, bunch of notes that I made. I want notes. Halftones. Ooh, we could add some cracks into it. That's a possibility. I don't like any of these cracks. I don't think I do. Somehow this looks a lot like German cheese brand. It's getting there. It's getting there. We need like a quick little logo thing, but it's getting there. Okay, so here, ooh, okay, maybe I do like the cracks. Let's make it. These are huge. You can have the. Whoa, get back here. All right. So for this, I'm going to make a clipping mask. I'm going to do that. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Hi, Umacorn. And nope, that needs to be darker. Let's just darken that up. Can't even see it now. How you doing, Uma? Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, back into the brushes. Splatter brushes, Paul's brushes. What are Paul's brushes? Mr. Paul training. Oh, we could add a butterfly. We could put in a butterfly. Technically, starting my day, woke up with a sore neck. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Uma. I don't know. Does he want flowers? Unless there's a skull. Maybe there's a skull. Paul have a skull? We got a dove. There's an ear. We have an ear. Why does Paul have an ear? Okay, let's grab that blue. Let's get a new layer. No. I do not like the mix of ear and cheese. It's head cheese. It's head cheese. I can say I have never had head cheese, and I have seen it. I was at a market in upstate New York, and they had a giant, like a big stainless steel bowl. And I'm like, what's that? And the woman's head cheese. And I said, what is that? And she told me what it was, and I said, no, thank you. I'm not gonna put in, oh, these are too realistic, Paul. Okay, we need to come in. Let's see. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm doing this totally wrong. Totally wrong. Why have a stamp? Why have a stamp? We have shapes in Photoshop. Shawn, you big dummy. Let's go in to our custom shapes. Let's jump into here. And is a cow going to be under wild animals? We need to make this bigger. I can't even see it. Nope, not that. Oh, we could use a moose, or where Stian is called Amerikanisch Elch, or that's German. Don't need trees. Don't need boats. All right, here we go. Marrakesh. I was so confused. I was like, because here in Germany, they're called Amerikanisch elk. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is it? No. Wait. Is it elk or is it moose? I think it was salami. Oh, there we go. There we go. Moo. Okay, let's bring that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now we're getting someplace. I'm digging that. Let's bring this one into. Okay. All right. Cows are underappreciated animals. Okay. So first off, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold down the Option key. We're going to grab the effects. We're going to add the effect to the cow, the exact same thing. That looks like it's stamped on the crust. That's what I want. So I'm going to hold down the Option. We're going to grab Stian's Casa. We're going to pull that out. So there's a copy on top. We're going to grab our Q. We're going to pull that. So we've got a copy there. We can grab both of these. We're going to do a Command G. Then from there, we are going to do a darken and bring down the opacity quite a bit. So we're still getting that stamped look. Let's call that top label. Make sure to name your layers Umacorn. Oh. Well, we kind of went down a tangent here. I make one typo. One letter can change everything, Miss Ducky. We didn't clip it. We didn't clip it. Okay. Stian, you have your own cheese brand now. There you go. Let's do. I know. I know they're right next to each other. I'm not. People have done way worse on platform. Umacorn, we're not on Behance anymore. We're not on Behance. It's no big deal. We're not going to end up getting banned. Let's make tacos with this cheese. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, we've got our top label. Let's get all of, because now I feel like it needs to go up. Let's grab. Ooh, Elena.
Lazu77 just redeemed Big Boom.
Thank you for that, Elena. Stian says I only use the finest expired milk. Saves you money and the environment. This is off balanced. Off balanced. Milch. What's it need? It needs something here at the top. And I've kind of gone overboard. Okay, I've gone overboard. We're going to do a quick recap, everybody. Yeah. Let me take a screenshot. All right. So today we actually did quite a bit. We started making this textured brush. Actually didn't start, we kind of finished, but we made this brush to have it as our stamp for a custom brush. We brought it in and, well, this was me talking about all the different brushes that I have since 2026. It wouldn't even be aged properly. We're talking about brushes and brush tips and different brushes that I've made along the way. We brought in, again, talking about brushes, showing off the hair brushes. And then we brought over our stamp and started customizing our stamp. And we got into textures quite a bit. Very important part of brushes. We kept playing with textures and a way to use it. Then we added the dual color. So colorizing our brush with hue transfer or hue jitter, I should say. We kept playing around with that, trying to get it dialed in. Then I didn't like the texture that I chose, so we changed up the texture. From there, Stian said, it looks like cheese. So we made Stian's cheese. And from there, Tim was wonderful enough to teach us about the dual tip brushes and what they are good for and how to create them. So we actually went through quite a bit today. I'm pretty happy with that. It is 2:30 and Dupebug ended up redeeming the Doodle game. So we are going to be diving into the Doodle game shortly. I need to go get some water. And then I will be back and we will get into the Doodle game. So, I don't think I need to save this. Nope, not going to save it. It's gone. You're gone. Don't save. And here is our Doodle game. Let's get that opened. Maybe. Rom, hello. I did not say hello to you. I saw you come in. I got overly distracted. I apologize for that. It's my That's me being a horrible host. Okay. It brushes. Let's close down the general. Lydia. Gosh. Lydia. Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Okay, everybody. I will be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Holy cow. So I go to get water, I go into the kitchen, and I look outside and it looks like this. Hold on. Please hold. Ooh, I like the dance party. Thank you, everybody, for the dance party. All right. Hold on. You get to experience one of the rare times that I have used my phone for anything. So this is not what it looked like at my house when I started streaming. There was snow. It snowed, but nothing stuck. That snow. That snow. All right. So I wanted to share that with all of you. Alessandra. It's a Christmas miracle. Fluffy snow. It is fluffy. So many Twitch dance text. I'm overwhelmed in YouTube. That's funny. That's funny. Hi, Alessandra. I hope you're doing well. I was not expecting that. Why not mail a snowman? Where am I gonna mail it? Where am I gonna mail it? Umacorn, did you not get snow? We're not that far apart. God, that's how long have I been live? What, 2 hours? 2 hours exactly. So it snowed that much in 2 hours. Oh, it's raining here. Okay. Wow. Wow. I can send you snow that we got. We got 24 inches. You'll have enough to do a snowman. Alessandra, you go ahead and mail it. 2 degrees and rain. See, that's the thing. It was not. Shoot, where's my weather? Come on. Thought I had a weather. Oh, let me grab my phone. Yeah, it's 2 degrees here too. And we have extreme snow and ice warning. And it's 2 degrees. Go figure. Okay, we're not cheating today, everybody. So let me get -9. Wow. I know how to mail a snowman. Use guys. Been snowing for days. Lydia says, heard in the news some places also have thick snow around. I'm not surprised. Okay. No cheating. No cheating. Tim, no cheating. All right. Here we go, people. For anybody new here, I end the stream. We do a game of Pictionary where I do try to doodle something, and it's usually horrible, and chat guesses what it is. So, ooh, what do I have going on? My flow is not right. Crank up my flow. Smoothing up. There we go. Okay. A horn, cheese, devil. A cow, a kitten. Oh, I screwed that up, I think. A tick, a beetle, an ant, says Vikram. Vikram says an ant. A cow, a spider. An ant eater. Fire ant. A black ant. Army ant. Dragon bug. I'm so happy this is not a drawing contest competition. No, it's not. Ant army. Dad ant. The dragon bug swarm. Ant infestation. This is the easy category. Insect anthem. You guys are making this so much harder. I'm not drawing anything else. Bugs. Ant party. Lydia. A colony. I'm dumbfounded. Insects, but what kind of insects? Ant frame. Ant friends. What's on the end of that? That friends. An aunt. A bite. A hive. Here's something really crazy. Worker ants. Ants! Multiple ants! What is plural for ant? What do you call more than one ant? Ants! Oh my gosh. Let me group these down. Command G. We're gonna name this our ants. Ants. Anyone else confused? There's no. Who is not confused? Oh, Lydia, come on. Come on. Okay, who actually was it? Vikram? I think it was Vikram. Here is a queen besides, so it would be easy to guess. What? No. If you see more than one ant, do you say, look at those ant? Nobody typed the plural of ant. I think this was Vikram. Worker ants, Vikram. Oh my goodness. I think today is going to be one of those days, people. I can tell you right now, if you did not get ants. Lydia says, so we missed an S. Yes. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay. Let's make a new layer. Oh. I'm a little nervous. We're going up to medium now. That was easy. I don't think we got this before. I don't think so. Okay. Oh no. YouTube. No. Oh, music is turned off. Okay, cool. Clever says, I haven't had enough coffee yet. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, that was bad. Oh, why do I keep screwing this up? This is horrible. Bathtub. Devlin got it with bathtub. And I was going to make you say bathtub. Bathtubs. Steon. Bathtub. All right. Good job, Devlin. Good job. Bathtub was in it, Alessandra. That's how come I took worker ants. That wasn't the answer, but ants was. As long as the word is in the answer, we'll take it. Okay. Kicking it up to hard. Ah. Okay. I'm down with that. All right. I have 8 ads. A pocket knife, a shoe, a knife. I don't even know what that is, Devlin. Pocket knife, valley. I thought I missed something. Scale, bridge, model train. A Wasserweg? That might, Doris, you may be right. A live stream ad. Lydia, people on Twitch, since I'm an affiliate, they get ads. I don't know what a Wasserweg is. Wasserwega. Let's try this. German. Devlin, there you go. Oh. Wasserwega. Water worker. Nope. Uwe. It's German. I know it's Uwe. Uwe, it has been forever and a freaking day since I've seen you. How are you? Happy New Year. It is great to see you. It's German. Okay, on the level. So we've got Devlin again. Uwe. How are things? You getting snow? By the way, Uwe used to be a neighbor of mine in another small German village that I lived in. Surveyor's levels, automatic levels, builder's levels, engineer's levels. This is a bubble level. Bubble. Invented by the Egyptians a long time ago. And why is my getting cut off again? There we go. Okay, now I can sit up. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream. Have a great day. Take care, Stian. Uwe. So, just so you know, we're playing Pictionary right now. That's kind of how I end my streams. We got Devlin. Getting this one. And let's jump here. That was pretty easy. Pretty easy. You had snow. Okay. We just got a bunch of snow. I can show you since you're here. Since you're here. We got this much snow in the 2 hours that I've been streaming. There was none when I started. Wait. General? Did you say bubble level? Did you say it? I missed it? Where are you? Fat belt. No, Devlin got it first. Devlin said at 2:48 and 33 seconds, and you said it at 48. Level. Take care, Uwe. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for dropping in. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. Kicking it up. We're going to very hard. Really hard. This is a tough one. I don't like where I'm at now. Okay. All right. You were not first. It was level, not bubble level. I drew a bubble level. You can keep throwing a fit all you want, General. We're moving on, people. Here we go. I should use the symmetry tool. A diamond. Good job, Vikram. Oh, okay. Go. Superman. Diamond ring. Oh. Doris says a diamond ring. Yep. Remember, this is really hard. Rick! How you doing, Rick? I just start seeing the first line. Yep. Rick. Devlin. I'm okay, so I'm gonna give this to two people. I'm gonna give this to Rick and Vikram because Vikram said carrot. So if somebody said carrot, you don't know if they're talking which kind of carrot, diamond ring carrot. Technically, Rick spelled it wrong, but with a K instead of a C. So we're gonna give it to Vikram and Rick. So welcome in, Rick. So we're gonna give this to Vikram. He said carrot first. Then we got Rick, because you actually guessed the word properly. And I am not holding spelling against anybody. Carrot. Good job. Q diamond ring. It is a huge diamond ring. Or that's a really small carrot. Okay. So, carrot. All right, that was really hard. We're going to turn this back down just to hard. How you doing, Rick? Did you have a good weekend? Okay. Carrot with a K in the US spelling according to Wikipedia. Traffic signal. Holy cow. Vikram, it was signal. Wow. Signal. I did not think anybody was going to get it that quick. Wow, Vikram. You're on fire. Jeez. All right, we got time for a couple more. All too easy. Oh my God. Ooh. Okay. You are welcome, Alessandra. Enjoy your lurk. And I'll give you a lurk. Nobody's done a lurk today. That's for you, Alessandra. All right. This is going to be tough. A birdie, a tooth. Florida, a map, okay. Greenland. Cross the pond. Magellan? Yes. Okay. Ocean travel? Yep. Lobster fishing. Ooh, that's a bad boat. Channel, Nina. Okay. You, Rick, you are so freaking close. Passage, channel. Seagoing explorer, Viking, general. Keep what is it? Go more. Go more. It's Napoleon. Conquistadors, Panama Canal, Napoleon, Plymouth Rock, Nina, a channel, seagoing, straight, discover, discover, colonists. No, General, you had it. You had it. Explore. Yeah, the explorers. And discovery. Yes. Oh my God. Discovery. General. Oh. Oh my gosh. Woo. The discovery. Nice job. Woo. Oh, okay. You all were all around it. Christopher, yes, yes. Oh. That drawn is incredible. Thank you, Nate. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe. Woo, that was tough. That was tough. Okay. Woo. Good job. All right. I think we got time for one more. Nope, I did that one. We are playing Pictionary, but it's trademarked, so we're calling this is the Doodle game. This is Nate, so you know. This is. Oh, I've already spent it. I can't. We can only do one Doodle game. This is the Doodle game. Okay. What am I doing? All right. Stay with me, people. I need a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. A French fry. Curtains. A sail, Doris. Doris. A mast. Curtain. Crow's nest. Devlin. Devlin got it with crow's nest. Great job, everybody, working together on that. Crow's nest. Something on a boat. Something on a boat. That was a tough one. There's probably different names for it, but that's no crow's nest. You can draw straight lines by whole shit. No, but Rick, this is trying to help me learn to draw. So this is, I'm trying not to use the tools that I have access to. So, what am I doing? Okay, one more. That was fun. Crow's nest was good. All right, let's kick it up to real hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is hard. This is hard. Okay. Suit. Ooh, don't like that line. Jacket. Oh, I screwed this up. It looks like a freaking turtleneck or something. Neck is supposed to be up there. Bruce Willis and Unbreakable. Gore-Tex. An Eskimo jacket, tuxedo. A dive suit. I really screwed this up. Cape. Okay. Cloak, a cape. Life jacket, invisible cloak. A uniform. Stormtrooper, neoprene. Gonna give you a hint. Navy SEAL, military, not well, it's not really a uniform. A windbreaker. A jumpsuit. This, I honestly, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing here with this one. Michael Jackson. Thriller jacket. Flight jacket. Popped collar. Corduroy. Top Gun. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I honestly, I'm at a loss. Okay. We're going stick figure time, people. Firefighter, flight jacket. Did somebody guess already? A soldier. Get to the chopper. Captain EO. Ow, ow, yeah. Yeah, what else can I do? David Copperfield. It's not, when somebody loses their head, it's not a magician. Ooh. Or loses an arm. Teach me something cool. You'll need to watch the replay. Death jacket. Highlander. Okay. Oh my goodness. Immortal. Punk. Oh. Jumper. Think of a 1980s fad. 1980s fab. Fad, not fab. Fad. Sounds like, well, if you lose your head, what happens to your head? If you lose an arm, what is that called? Planking? We did plank. Boombox. Decapitation? Or amputation, dislocated. If you lose a hand, or dislocation. If you lose an arm, if you lose a leg. I mean, what is that called? What is that called? What is that called? In very generalities. It's gone. Sever? Amputee? Well, it is if it's limbs or shoulder pads, discord, leg warmers, limbs. Is this supposed to be Freddie Mercury? Yes, it is! Jack! Hi, Jack! What kind of jacket did Freddie Mercury wear? What is it called? 1980s fad. Disattached? With these loops on the shoulder pads. Those things. What jacket? Extremities? Oh my goodness. I'm not blaming you, Jack. You were taking it in the right direction. A space jacket? Okay. 2 words. Second word. Only. I'm just gonna wait now. I cannot believe this. Distinctive. Straight jacket, leather jacket. Chris would know what kind of jacket this is. Freddie Mercury never lost. Members only. Oh my gosh. How in God's name am I supposed to get a member? Well, dismembered. When you are dismembered, you lose a hand. Dismembered. Thank you, General. Dismantle. I can't end that way. That was horrible. That was so freaking hard. Member. How in the heck? Oh, okay. Here we go. I was never cool enough for a members only jacket. Oh, Vikram, thank you. I know Chris probably would have gotten it. All right, here we go, people. Now I'm just cheating. This is for you, Rick. Distance. Oh my God, Vikram. Umacorn came in right behind. How in the heck? Jeez, Vikram. Nice straight line. Distance. Wow. Wow. Okay. Whew. That was tough. A slack line. Member got me difficult. Yeah. The member was hard. I have no idea. Okay. Well, hold on. I am going to be live with Jack in sometime. Let me. What are we doing today? This one is hard. Yeah. Oh, we're designing a puzzle. So we're either going to be working in Photoshop and Illustrator, maybe Adobe Express, but we're going to design a jigsaw puzzle. So go ahead, join us. We're going to be live in about an hour and a half on the Firefly Discord. And yeah, I'll be back Thursday. Let's see here. Okay. I don't think I have any announcements right now. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun going over brushes. Dupebug, thank you for your input. Greatly helped. And I think that's all I got for today. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for participating in the doodle game. And I apologize if you got frustrated as much as I did, but it's fun. It's all good fun. And I think that's all I got. So thanks for everybody sharing their work. Lady Jane, Vikram, Arif, thanks for sharing your work with me and letting me show it off on the Showing Off Live. And if I do not see you in the Firefly Discord, I'll probably see you in Adobe Live in chat. So everybody, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. Bye everyone.